Last episode, we had to get underneath a closed bridge to get to our next destination of Marineland, Florida. And now we're off to St. Augustine to experience our first mooring ball. We're slowly cruising America's Great Loop, which is a circumnavigation of the eastern part of the U.S. by waterways. When it gets too cold, we store our boat and then return to our RV and continue roaming around the U.S. in the south. Alright, about to attempt our very first mooring ball. Bridge is reading 19 feet. Usually there's an extra 3 in the center. We should be good. And we're going to be right there.
Moored. Hey, give us victory.
A little more work than I was expecting.
Yes.
Our first mooring ball.
And wow, what a stay. This has been an incredible stop.
I know we say that about a lot of them, and they all are. This one's really incredible.
Yes, okay, so where are we?
We're in St. Augustine, Florida.
The oldest continuously inhabited city in the continental United States. So right back there, that fort has been there
A long time.
500 years.
At least they built it not just yesterday.
Yes, old stuff. This is, they call it the ancient city. It'd be laughably not ancient by European standards, but it is old and cool, and we're anchored right there.
Well, technically we're not anchored. We're on a mooring ball.
Which is technically an anchor still, but yes, and this has been awesome. We love being moored downtown.
So we are at the St. Augustine Municipal Marina. And they have, just behind us they have dock space over there, but a lot of it is still in disrepair after Hurricane Irma. They have the contractors lined up, but can't get the materials in to get it all fixed. They only have a few slips available.
But they still do have slips available. We easily could have stayed at a slip, had full hookups and power, and it would have been a lot more expensive. But regardless, even if the slip was the same price, I just love having our own little island here in the river, with the Bridge of Lions right here, the bridge opening and closing, cannons going off from the fort for the tourists every so often.
Pirate ships going by.
Live music drifting in, and
Dolphins.
And we are surrounded just by panoramic, amazing views. And this has been a good test. We've been running our generator a lot, but it's been running and it's been keeping us here. And overall, even the diesel fuel will be much less than it would cost to pay to be in a slip.
So the slips are $10 per foot for a weekly stay. And they're only doing, I think, weekly stays right now because of the limited availability. The mooring ball was $140. Didn't matter what size you are. That's with taxes and fees. So $20 a day. And we've been here 10 days.
Yep, we extended because it's awesome.
And we have some exciting plans up ahead. But St. Augustine is a city that I have come to a lot. This has been one of my getaway kind of little vacations when I lived down in Melbourne. My family and my company, we'd come up here for weekend kind of corporate retreats. When I got my first pop-up camper before I met Chris, used to come up here and camp at Anastasia State Park. Anastasia was one of the first places we camped together.
One of the first places when we were still kind of like beta testing, can we make this life on the road go? She took me to Anastasia State Park. We did like one quick day going through downtown, saw the fort and everything then. But it's a completely different experience when you're living right here.
So It's wonderful to be back and have extended time here, 10 days. We've gotten to know the city a lot better. Walking around, just you learn more and more, you see more areas of the city. And being here on water and being right here downtown is just amazing. It's a little loud, but it's just all part of the ambiance of the experience.
And fortunately, we are, at first we were like, oh, we're so close to, they gave us a mooring ball so close to the bridge, it's going to be annoying and loud, and we'd rather be over by the fort and maybe where we could see the lighthouse better. But actually, right here, it is such a quick and easy dinghy ride. Even when the water's rough, we don't have to worry about getting splashed. We can just get ashore, and then the town is right there at our feet. Fill in the water tank. To do.
I'm gonna pour some water into our tank so we can take showers.
Woohoo! Why don't we just use some of this water right here and run a hose up?
It's yucky.
It's yucky.
It's also been a very social visit. We had no social things really planned when we got in. We did meet a couple, Bill and Jill, down in Marineland. They had invited us out for drinks when we got in.
We'll show you martinis with a view of your boat. It's like, okay, sounds good.
So it was a great intro to our time in St. Augustine from a local's perspective. And then we had some friends of ours from our RVing life, Christian and Elaine. They used to be known as the RV Nomads. And they ended up settling here in St. Augustine several years ago. And they had a little boat, and they...
they just happened to be puttering by, and they're like, hey guys! And they're like waving at us. I'm like, oh my gosh. And so we actually had them wrapped up and had them aboard for a while, and then we went out to dinner.
Yeah.
Like,
so had a fabulous time catching up with those two. Great dinner over at the ice plant. That was probably our favorite meal in town. Not really in the tourist area, but amazing cocktails and amazing food.
Yes.
And then some other blog readers, Tim and Linda of Casserole. They're RVers on the road for about a year and a half. We're down here with their friends,
They're in
Cherie
the
and
campground.
what was his name?
Mike.
Mike. We've met so many people this week.
I think it's Mike.
Had a great time having martinis again and dinner with them and getting to know their story, and that was fabulous meeting them.
And then we'll pull up behind us, and as we're dinging ashore the other day, the guy says, oh my god, I just watched your video yesterday.
So we got to meet Tony and Lisa. Tony is gearing up to be live aboard on his boat. He's been a long-time boater.
And he's going to be vlogging all about his adventures, too.
So we'll be sure to share the link to his vlog if you want to learn more about Florida coastal cruising.
Yeah, so they invited us aboard, and we had cocktails on their boat right next to ours, and it's just really cool. It's the kind of people and fun stuff you're just meeting and encountering at random.
So it sounds like we've been all about social drinking and eating. We have been doing a lot
of eating and drinking. There's so much good food here.
Oh, just right over there. I mean, walking distance to so many restaurants. Some are more touristy than others. We really liked the Thai sushi house in town.
Yeah, it's the one place we've been to twice so far.
We walked across the bridge the other night and got tacos at Osprey. A lot of people recommended we go to Osteen's. That was a popular recommendation. Fortunately, they're mostly fried seafood, and I'm not into fried being gluten-free, and he's really not into shellfish, so it didn't make the top list.
And we've had so many other. We've had no lack of opportunities for great food. Second best pizza in the United States according to TripAdvisor. So let's see. Really good crust food.
No shortage of food here. We took a dinghy ride around this little area and over to
up Salt Run is the inlet over the other side.
There's a public dock you can tie up for an hour. Where are we going, Chris?
We're going to a lighthouse.
Which lighthouse?
That one.
Oh, that one.
Yes. Lighthouse tours. By dinghy.
Free. And walked over across the street and did the lighthouse tour and climbed to the top, which I've done many times, but apparently I didn't take them there.
It didn't take me there 12 years ago. So so you got to chalk up another climb to the top of the lighthouse, and it was really cool. The view was basically the exact opposite of where we're at, looking down on the bridge.
Kind of cool to kind of spot why not kind of bobbing over on the other side of the bridge from there.
And then we also went and saw a play while we were in town. We love going to find community theater, and for Cherie's birthday, we went and saw Heathers at the Limelight Theater.
Which was fabulously done.
Yep, the musical Heathers. Yeah, it was very cool.
So it's been just a fabulous stop, and we got a lot of work done. This is been for me just what I want our cruising lifestyle to be like, which is boat projects are constant, but
Yeah, we tackled some boat projects. We tackled a lot of work projects. We tackled a lot of staying out of the sun during the heat of the day, and then a lot of having fun the rest of the time.
so it has been fabulous. Great place to celebrate my birthday. That was a lot of fun here. And the mooring ball experience. I mean,
We like mooring balls. This was fabulous.
we were up the night before studying mooring balls and how to catch the pennant and on YouTube videos.
And
And
apparently we did a very good job. We only had one slight miscalculation just because our ropes were too big for the pennant.
lines.
Ropes,
they're on a
roads,
boat, they're lines.
lines. The things that hold us, and they've been holding us very well. And the current here is ferocious, so
Yes.
it's been kind of fun. Actually, it almost feels like the boat's leaving a wake, and we could probably ski behind it when the current is really whipping.
So this wraps up have I said it before? It's a wonderful stay. This is a great stop. If St. Augustine hasn't been on your to-see list, make it there. It is a little touristy,
But
But
touristy in a cool way.
in a cool, authentic way.
Yeah.
So
It's not too Disneyfied, but it's not too not. It's actually kind of strikes a perfect Florida balance of old and new and cheesy and real, and
Yeah,
loved it. Really was impressed in almost every possible way.
you get that old city feel like you do walking around New Orleans, but you don't have the stink of urine in the streets. That's a good way to describe
But
it.
I guess that it sort of is. But I love New Orleans too. So I mean, every city's got its own flavor. This one's got a really great flavor. Definitely a city that is worth exploring.
All right. We are untying in the morning and heading further north up to Jacksonville for our next adventure. And then we'll be making a U-turn and heading down the St. Johns River for the rest of hurricane
And
season.
we have a rendezvous plan too, but we'll get to that next time.
Excited. All right, guys. See you next time.
Bye.